Hey guys, today I want to go a bit more in depth in a question I wrote a month ago, and the question was, what do intelligent people do to waste time? The reason I want to go more in depth on this is because this is a concept that appears quite often. It has to do with procrastination, wasting time, and what you can do to be more effective. But when I wrote this answer, I realized that a lot of people don't know where they waste their time, because they don't really think it's a waste. They just spend a lot of time there and justify it to themselves. You do this, I do this, we all do this in some way, shape, or form. We tend to look for the stuff that's easiest for us to do, that's mostly in our comfort zone, and that's not very difficult for us to do, that we love to do. And we zone in on that and we try to make it this big, awesome thing that we can spend a lot of time on, but eventually it's just a waste of time. And we don't notice that change. We don't notice when it goes from being productive and helping us to being a waste of time because we're just comfortable and then it's just so much easier to do than the other bullshit we have to do. Here's the thing. Intelligent people, smart people, dedicated people, successful people, they all find ways to waste time. Unless they're really disciplined, unless they really know how to combat this, they will find more and more things. Just because you start something that was very productive for you in the first place, and as you get more comfortable in it, you want to do more of it. And eventually, you get to the point where it's just, you're just spending too much time on it, and you're not really getting that much value out of it anymore. So, for intelligent people, that's often something like reading, learning, or self-improvement that they spend a lot of time on, but that doesn't actually push them forward all that much. You know, they spend so much time on this, they work so hard to improve themselves that they let go of their friends, that they let go of their family, that they stop working hard in their job. And then after years, they look back and they see what they've lost. And they're wondering why, because they spent so much time improving. Why did they lose everything else? Well, that's because they just spent too much time on it. You can spend too much time on anything and everything. You can spend too much time reading, you can spend too much time learning, you can spend too much time improving, you can spend too much time working out, you can spend too much time doing amazing things. Because sooner or later, it drags you away from what your life actually is supposed to be about. Now, I don't know what it's supposed to be about, but you do. There's some sort of balance that you have with your life. Some way where the work and life just work out perfectly. And the more you spend in one area, the less time you have for these other areas that are still important, like your family, your friends, or your work. It depends on what you waste your time on. But for most people, most of us, we waste our time on the things that we don't even notice. Look at your life. What do you spend most of the day doing? Do you spend most of the day improving? Do you spend most of the day reading? Or do you spend most of the day playing video games? And then ask yourself, is this actually making a difference? Is this actually helping me? Or did I already go way past the help and I'm now just trying to find an escape here from my other things? Maybe you're trying to find an escape from doing your taxes or from working or from your bad relationship. I don't know. But when you got comfortable in this, you decided that, hey, this is something I really like to do and it's something that actually helps me, so I'm just going to invest more time in it because it's easy for me to do. And you forgot to see what the point of this was. For people that are improving, this happens a lot. They turn into self-improvement junkies. They want to get everything self-improvement. They have to improve. They always have to get more. And they're never good enough. And they have to, get it now, get it right, and just improve. And they just don't notice when all those things leave. And you might be wasting time just reading too many self-help books, or you may just waste your time doing things that actually don't make a difference anymore. I'm repeating this so often because I really want you to get this. This is the biggest cause of procrastination. It's not that you're not doing anything. You're always motivated to do something. It's that you're doing the wrong things, or the things that aren't really giving you that balance that you seek. If you want to combat this, if you want to stop wasting this much time, you just have to look at where it is you're spending the most time and look at what you really want to get out of it. I'm not saying to stop it. Don't stop it. This is some retreat place for you, and that's okay. But just look at what that is. Maybe it's video games, maybe it's self-improvement, maybe it's reading. Okay, what are you getting out of this? What do you get out of your video games? What do you get out of improving? What do you get out of reading? And then once you know what you want to get out of it, then you can accurately think about how much time you're actually going to spend on this. Just become aware of your biggest time loss and then look at what you wanted to get out of it at the beginning, and if you're still on track, and if you're actually spending too much time on this every day to get to where you want to go. Let's say you're a guy that, or a girl that reads a lot of self-improvement books, that you really want to become a better person. But what do you actually want to get out of this? What's the core? Why did you read these books in the first place? What was the goal? Do you even remember? Or are you just doing this to pass the time? You see what I'm getting here? The really, really intelligent people, the really successful ones that barely waste any time at all, don't waste time because everything they do has a purpose. They know why they're doing what they're doing. They know why they go to the gym, they know why they read these self-improvement books, and they know why they spend time with their partner. I'm not saying you have to be perfect. But if you feel like you're wasting too much time, then look at what you actually want to achieve. And stop justifying these time wasters. This is not helping you. Be direct, honest, and cruel to yourself. And really think about what you wanted to get out of this. And if you're actually still on track. And if you're not, then it may be time to reduce that a little bit. To day by day, get a little bit off that and focus on more important things. Because there are always things that you can do that are better, that are more important, that mean more to you, and then get you closer to that balance. The things you do to waste time are never bad on their own. Working out isn't bad, reading isn't bad, self-improving isn't bad, playing video games isn't bad. But when you do too much of it, when you spend most of the day doing it, when you have other things that take priority, then it becomes a waste of time. The point is that you stop being comfortable so much, and that you really do what needs to get done. If you're comfortable doing what needs to get done, brilliant. Awesome. But most of you will still find some places where you waste time, and then you don't get done what you needed to get done today. Watch out for those things, and be honest with yourself. Don't cheat yourself. Look at it objectively, and act like you're talking to a different person, and look at if this is actually still getting you where you want to go. Or if you just missed the train, if you just missed the ride, if you went on the wrong path. And look at exactly where you want to go with this. If you're still on track, if you're still spending as much time as you need to on this, and if you're not spending any more time on this than you need to, then you're okay. No matter how good the activity is on its own, if you miss things, if your life is not in order, if you're feeling bad at the end of the day, then that great activity, even the best activity in the world, is still a waste of time to you. May not be to anyone else, but to you right now, you're wasting time on this. let that sit and think about where you might be spending a bit too much time on, or where you may have lost the purpose of that activity. And then, like I said, get rid of it step by step. You don't have to get rid of it entirely, and please don't. You're doing this for a reason, but just eliminate it a little bit. And if you didn't want to get anything out of this in the first place, if there was no reason for you to do this, maybe it's time to drop that activity entirely. Alright, I hope you guys got a lot of value out of this video. It was just a bit of talking through it again, through the question. Link is going to be in the description below. And if you guys have anything you want me to talk about, just leave a comment and I'll be sure to make a video on it, on a question or that you have, or on a question that I answered before previously that you want me to go more in depth on. Alright guys, see you in the next video.